live. We're talking about how much we're going to be spending on Valentine's Day. I'm here with Rachel Dix-Kessler, the Love Doctor. Welcome, Rachel.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right. Now, how much are we spending? How much is Americans spending on Valentine's Day in 2019?
So it's estimated that Americans are going to be spending $30 billion on Valentine's Day, which is actually $300 million less than 2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about actual gifts? Are we spending more or less on the actual gifts?
So on the actual gifts, individuals are actually spending more than last year, even though the overall total spend has gone down.
Okay, all right. And let's have a look at the gifts. So basically, we've got a list here. Tell us about this. This is the average amount spent on wives, kids, and then we see myself at number 3 as well.
Yeah, we do. So overall, wives are going to have a really great Valentine's Day, so look forward to that because they have the most being spent on them. Okay. And then, as usual, for kids, like Valentine's Day is so fun for them. They get chocolates, so parents are going to be out buying for them. And then my personal favorite, people are going to treat themselves. Ooh. So that is all the top 3 of, from the most spent on. Okay.
Now, are boyfriends or girlfriends going to get better gifts?
So it seems that girlfriends are going to get, well, if we go with price, they're going to have more spent on them than boyfriends are. Okay. So I don't know. It just depends if they're good at picking gifts.
Okay, wives or husbands?
Wives or husbands. Husbands admit, let's see, I know that men are more likely to receive a gift that they don't like than women.
Ooh.
So
tell us about that. So there's dislike gifts out there.
There are.
Tell us about that. So men versus women. Do men? So men are getting more dislike gifts.
Yeah, they are.
Eek.
So overall, 43 million Americans admit to getting a gift that they dislike, and then men actually dislike their gift more. So women, I don't.
Why is that? Why are men getting worse gifts? What do you think is sort of what's starting that? Is it harder to buy?
I mean, if I'm saying my personal experience, I feel as if it's harder to buy, but it could just depend. Like maybe people aren't having the conversation, and that's really big too because when you see these people spending this much money, it's really important to know what you're buying and actually maybe have a conversation about what somebody would want rather than going and spending all this money and then somebody having something that sits in their closet. Okay.
What about so people who are we've got some things right here. So people who are in a relationship. So if you're you're married or you have a life partner versus being single. So you're on one of these first dates, intense. What's the difference here? Who's going to dislike the gifts the most?
So surprisingly, if you're married or in a domestic partnership, you're going to dislike your gift more, which is interesting because you think you should know your partner a little better if you're with them all the time. Okay. So, as I said, I think that goes back to people really needing to have a conversation. And it's a little weird to be like, hey, what do you want for Valentine's Day? But it's money. And, after all, Valentine's Day is one day. And after that, you have to, look at your bank account and your statement. So you might as well be buying or giving an experience that people are going to enjoy rather than just, dropping money and assuming a gift's going to be good.
Awesome. All right, guys. Do have that conversation. That's the tip here from Rachel, a.k.a. The Love Doctor. And that's Find It Live with Valentine's Day. See you guys. Yeah.